Welcome back to the EP Sports Zone. I'm Abby Hooven, sports editor of the Eastern Progress, and I'm here with my co-host, Zach Weston.
How we doing, Abby?
I'm doing great. I'm feeling good, and we've got a special guest with us today. We've got first baseman Charlie Ludwick here, so welcome, Charlie.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So we got to start off, teams on an 8-game win streak, 18-3 in the last 21. What's kind of been key to this win streak?
Man, I don't know. I mean, we just got a really good coaching staff that puts it in the winning mentality in our head every day, and we're just rolling right now, and everybody's playing with a lot of chemistry, and we just feel like we go out there every single day. We expect to win.
Yeah, so speaking to that chemistry you guys are playing with, you've scored 10 or more runs in 4 of your last 5. So are you guys just hot, or is that a sign of things to come?
I definitely think it's a sign of things to come, for sure. Yeah, I mean, we definitely are hot. Like, that's true. But, I think at times we've even been maybe hotter in the season, and we're just, I think it's just now that we're in conference, like, we're really focused, and I think it's a sign of things to come.
Now, coming in, you guys were projected to finish 8th in the ASUN. Right now, you're at the top of your division. Has that been a more motivating factor for you guys at all?
Absolutely, that's always going to be a motivating factor. If you see that you're slept on from the beginning, like, it's going to motivate you to be better for sure. And we had 10 returners and all new guys pretty much. So, I mean, it makes sense, about our preseason ranking. But, we've known the whole time, how good we are. And, so it didn't really faze us that much. And it does give us a little more to prove.
Yeah, so we still have about half the season left, and you guys are doing really well first half of the season. What's going to be key to ending the season the same way you guys started it?
That's a good question. Man, I'd say just keeping the gas pedal down. Not letting up. It seems like we go out there with really strong desire to win right now, but if we let up at all, that'll be taken away just like that. It's my 4th season. I've seen how things kind of work out, and we got to keep that pedal down for sure. As long as we do that, we'll be just fine.
Now, you mentioned you've been with this team for several years now. What makes this team in particular stand out from the others?
Good grief. I think, there's just something special about, our group right now. All the guys, we just have this really good chemistry that we've built together. And, just like the coaching staff, I think, and just everybody being bought in for what, they're telling us. Everybody wants to be there. Everybody wants to play for those coaches. And, it's really special when everybody buys in to what they're teaching, and, it's pretty special. I haven't really seen anything quite like it. I do think that there's something a little bit special. I can't exactly put my finger on it, but yeah.
I mean, if you could, it wouldn't be that special. So
Exactly.
That's the serious stuff. We got some fun questions for you. So, what is your walk-up song, and why did you choose that song?
All right, so I have 3 walk-up songs. The Friday night song is Broadway Girls by Morgan Wallen. I just want to do something fun, and I've tried to do that every year, just having one that's kind of not goofy, but just kind of fun. I just love the beat to that song. And then last year I did Buy You a Drink by T-Pain. I just thought it was kind of fun. And then the other ones are it's another Morgan Wallen song, Turn You Down. I just love that song. I just think it fires me up. And then Hardy song, Truck, I think. Yeah, I love Hardy.
Do you have any pregame rituals or superstitions that you go through every game day?
See, I would say that 99.99% of all baseball players have crazy superstition before the game. So you may be asking the one wrong person. I really I just have to pray a lot and get my mind right. and get my focus right. I don't have any like really crazy superstitions. I probably like do that I don't even realize that I do, because we all do. But the way I tie my shoes, the way I put my elbow guard on, the way I like the stuff I do, I have to do like a certain amount of stretches when I'm warming up with my bands in my arm. But I'm telling you, like I don't even like realize that I do it. So I'm sure there's guys who like they like eat the same thing, they do the same thing, but I can't. I'm not the right person to ask that question, but I'm sure I do.
If you could start, if you could start any baseball-related movie, or if you have a different movie that you'd want to be in, what movie would that be and why?
That's a very good question. This is a common question that I don't think about. I don't see. I guess just obviously like Major League is like the OG, like hilarious baseball movie. I love that movie. I guess that one, but obviously like pretending to be in the big leagues would be pretty cool, since that's the goal for everybody anyway.
I know you don't have any pre-game superstitions when it comes to meals, but what's your favorite pre-game or post-game meal that you usually have?
So we've got a bunch of guys on the team now who love Qdoba, and that's kind of like new to this year. But the Qdoba bowls, those are really good, and that's what I've been kind of like. If I can get me one of those before the game, like I feel like I always feel better. I always feel right if I can get that.
Yeah, so we'll end with this. What's the best piece of advice you've been given by a coach or mentor?
Sheesh. That's a fantastic question. Man. I don't know if there's like one thing that really stands out. I know that, a lot of coaches have told me like, you can't try too hard. And like, I could give you like a million quotes about not trying too hard and like, obviously like just relaxing and having fun. And like, the more timid you are, the worse you're going to play. You can't play timid. And that's the whole, like, that's my whole thing is like, if I can go out there in practice and like, it's like I don't even like think about it. Every ball that comes to me, I just, catch it and throw it exactly where I mean to. But like, when that game starts, it's like, if you're like overcomplicating like all the littlest details, then it can be like the simplest thing becomes so hard. So I think like just all the coaches who have told me that, specifically I would say Coach Pro, literally he has taken like quotes and concepts from all the coaches that he's coached with, and all the best stuff that he has, he's taken it here and he tells it to us every day, and he's molded like so many great things into our minds, like just mindset about the game. And I can't really give you one that really stands out, but like I would say that like pretty much everything that Coach Pro puts in our heads for like the mentality that we need to go out with every day, I would say that's all I can give you right now.
Is there anything that he like, because I know like the coaches I've had, there's got like two things that just repeat over and over again. Is there anything he just says like incessantly over and over?
Oh yeah, for sure. There's probably more than two things. There's like
So what are a couple?
10 things. After every single game, he'll say, enjoy this win, which is, we pretty much winning a lot recently. So it seems like that's been said a lot. He'll say, go enjoy it and celebrate your victory. But as soon as your head hits the pillow, you're 0-0 the next day, and your mindset needs to go back to that. Gosh, I could probably give you like 10 quotes if you just like. Hard to like. It's really hard to remember on the spot. Sure. It's just like you put me on the spot. Like I said, like the little details in baseball, like if you overcomplicate the simplest thing, becomes so hard. I can't remember like all the mini quotes that are coming to my head.
But he talks about that a lot, just not overcomplicating it.
Yeah, not overcomplicating it. He just wants us to go out there and play ball. He tells us that all the time.
Yeah.
You know, he says, I'm having trouble remembering, but yeah, I mean, like, basically all you got to know is everything that he tells us, the whole team, like, really absorbs it.
Yeah.
And, it's, you know, he did the same thing last year as well. And for whatever reason, like, this group of guys, like, really responded to it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of been what you've seen on the field.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's everything that I had. Zach, you have anything else?
No, I think I'm good.
All right. Well, thank you, Charlie, for being here, and good luck with the rest of the season.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, so, we had baseball this week starting Tuesday at UK. No one thought we would win in the whole world. So guess what? We won 6-3, pretty convincingly, I might add. Notable performers from the upset win. Logan Thomason finished 3 for 5 with a home run, 2 doubles, 2 runs, and 4 RBIs. He was the story. He tied the game at 1-1. He was the reason we got up 3-1, and then he extended it to 6-3. So he kind of was the driving factor behind everything that we did.
Definitely. And I was watching the beginning of the game, and we kind of started out a little bit slow, and I was kind of worried for a second. And then, of course, as soon as I turn the TV off, we start hitting homers. So maybe I should just let them do their thing and maybe not watch till later. But definitely, Thomason was the story, and he really carried the team this time.
Yeah, he took. We had a lot of guys just hit singles, and then Logan would come up and clean house and take care of it, But so he had a huge night. But Will Bryan also was super important. So we put him in at the bottom of the 8th with 2 outs with the bases loaded. So he comes in and he has to get the guy out. Like that's what has to happen. Otherwise, they score and the game gets a little closer. So of course, being Will Bryan, he comes in and gets the guy out, and then comes in the 9th and just retires him 1-2-3. So as we said at the start of the year, it doesn't really matter who we play if you can get Will Bryan in with the lead. It doesn't matter how much pressure's put on him. He's gonna pull through. So we had 2 of our best players play big time in a big game, and that's really what you need to win these kind of upsets.
And what's interesting is, Will Bryan came in, he had to get that out, and the guy hit a foul ball, and then we get Charlie makes a diving catch. So it was great pitching by Will Bryan and an amazing play by Charlie as well.
Yeah, Charlie, I don't know how he got to that ball, to be quite honest with you. He was sliding while he made it, and that's really impressive from a first baseman to do that. That's like a very skillful catch, but that's just like really impressive win. And I think as it showed on the weekend, I think we have a lot of confidence right now. So, Friday to Sunday, we played Jacksonville State, the best team in the ASUN. I'm not sure I'm sold on that after their performance this weekend, but they might have just run into the EKU buzzsaw. So we went 3-0, and no game was particularly close. What happened on Friday?
So Friday we kicked it off. We won 10-5. Logan Thomason, there was no disconnect from UK to Jacksonville State. He followed it up. He had a grand slam in that 4th inning, had an RBI single in the 6th, finishing 2 for 4 with a walk and a run. So he's doing what he's doing. He's not slowing down anytime soon. But we also have Rod Chris hitting a solo homer in the top of the 2nd, would take us up 1-0. It was his first homer of the season, so it was exciting for him as well. And then Kendall Ewell, he had a big weekend against Bellarmine, and then he picked it back up again this weekend, 3 hits and 6 at-bats, and he's been the consistent guy throughout this entire season.
Yeah, so we don't give Roderick enough shine either. If Kendall Ewell's batting .615 in ASUN play, Roderick's right at 500. So we have 2 guys that are getting consistently just on base. And then they're getting home because of our power in the back of the lineup. So they're both playing well. I think the story from this weekend really is kind of unexpected how good our pitching is. Michael Schuler, who's 4-1 on the season, turned in a second straight quality start. He allowed 3 runs on 7 hits in 7 innings. He walked 4 and struck out 6. He had a really, really nice game. You'll notice a theme from this weekend. Will Bryan didn't need to do anything, which, stinks for my predictions. But
It might be for the best that we don't need to bring him in.
Yeah, but from the baseball perspective, it's really good, and that carried over on Saturday. We won 13-1 on what the pollsters say is the best team in the eight. Yeah, we're not very happy with the ASUN pollsters, if you couldn't tell. Dominant win. Whole team contributed. This was the one game where we didn't really have a guy go crazy, and we had some good performances, but no one was like super dominant. We got up 3-0 in the first 2 innings, capped by a run-scoring single by Kendall Ewell. We're not done with him yet. In the fourth, after Jacksonville State put two people through and got it to 3-2, Ewell hit a bomb over the left field wall, and that put us up 6-1. We didn't look back after that. Ewell finished 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs on the day.
And you say he wasn't the only one. Jalen Jones went 4 of 6. Rod Chris 3 of 4, 2 RBIs. We had six players have 2 or more hits, and 7 drove in at least one. So it was a complete team effort. You like to see that. It's nice that we don't have to solely rely on just Kendall Ewell or just Logan Thomason for these games to get as many runs as we are. It's a whole team effort, but we go back to the pitching. Reese Brown, he allowed 1 run on 5 hits over 8 innings, walked 2 and struck out 6. So if you look at the ASUN, we've got 2 guys in the top 5 for wins in pitching. We've got the top guy in saves as well. So we have these guys hitting homers, but we got our pitching to back us up. And having both of them clicking at the same time, we're dangerous.
Yeah.
Very dangerous.
Yeah. On Sunday we won 10-5. This was the third game where another a different Colonel was the one that led the way. This time it was Connor Davis. So at this point, I think 7 of our 9's our best lineup, or the lineup that Coach Pro uses the most, 7 guys have had a huge game and kind of led the way. So it's not just that we're getting power and we're getting offense, we're getting it from everyone. And that showed. So he went 3 for 6, Connor Davis, that is, with a grand slam. He had 6 total RBIs and 2 runs scored. It was over before it started. A friend of the podcast, Charlie Ludwick, hit a solo shot to open things up in the second, and we would close that inning scoring 3 more, bringing the lead to 4-0.
That's a great start, and we kept it going. Connor Davis with his grand slam in the 5th made it 8-1, and Kendall Ewell was amazing as well. Went 4 or 5, added 2 RBIs. Logan Thomason 1 of 4, scored twice, and on the mound we had our other friend Nico. He improved to 4-0 on the season, allowed 4 runs on 4 hits over 5 innings, walked 4, struck out a season best 8 batters. That's just what he does.
Yeah, the friends of the podcast are just elite. They're really showing out and doing us proud. We've scored 10 runs or more in 4 of our last 5 games, and we really struggled against Kentucky. Scored 6. And we beat the top of our division 3-0. So we are red hot. But like Charlie said in the interview, I think it's sustainable. I really do. I'm not sure that outside of Connor Davis, I'm not sure that we had a guy do something that I don't think that he can do every week. So I think that was it was really impressive.
And one guy we've been talking about consistently, but didn't really bring up this weekend, Will King. I mean, he's still performing quite well. And going into this coming weekend, or this past weekend actually, he was only struck out 6 times in 87 at-bats. That's like 1 strikeout every 14 or 15 bats. So you can't really skip out on that guy. He's just it's been pretty interesting in this little run we've went on. He's just been quietly lurking, just being consistent. So we know what he can do. So when he gets clicking, watch out, America. We are something special. But, we have to get our player of the week. So, Abby, who do you think? It's tough. We've had a lot of solid team wins, but I think I got to go with Logan Thomason for carrying us against UK, carrying us in the first game of the series. He's just been consistent. He's a hometown guy from Richmond, so got to give some love to the hometown hero. And, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, you could say, because Kendall Ewell, I think.
You could argue for, quite honestly, any of these guys.
You could, but I think Logan edges it out because, he decided to play his best on the biggest game. So, great job, Logan. Everyone else, great job too. But, Logan did it on the Logan did it on the star stage, so, he gets it, So up next, Wednesday, April 6th, we are at Dayton at 3 p.m., and then Friday to Sunday, April 8th to 10th, we're at Lipscomb.
Yeah, Lipscomb's 4-5 in the ASUN. They're 4th in the West. They're batting .264, so another good performance expected out of the Colonels. And I think hitting the road, it'll be interesting to see how we transfer that play. I know we went down to Jacksonville State and swept all 3, but will that road momentum continue? I hope so. I don't see it slowing down.
No, I just want to see us. It's unrealistic to expect us to go 3-0, 3-0, 3-0 in all these series, but I do want to see us just consistently win series. That's what gets it done. So let's just go down to Lipscomb. Let's try to go. I think honestly we should push Dayton. Like let's go to battle there. Let's get another big win. But from the weekend, I want to see us compete against Dayton and then get a series win against Lipscomb. I think that's really what's important because we might lose individual games, but as long as we can string together these series wins, I think we'll be in good shape.
Moving on to softball, we had a home series against Stetson this weekend. We had a Saturday doubleheader, and we swept that Saturday doubleheader. Big wins for the team. We won game 1 4-3. It went into extra innings. Needed a walk-off RBI from Sammy Miller to take it, but Stetson got on the board first with 2 runs in the third. Sammy Miller scores off sac fly. That makes it 2-1. We tied up at 2-2 on a Janae Riley score. We took the lead in the 5th, and then Stetson ties it up in the 7th, and we had to go to extra innings, but Sammy Miller did what Sammy Miller does. She doubles, brings in Jasmine Miller to end the game.
Clutch. She had a really nice weekend, did Sammy Miller. She had 2 hits and 1 run. Bowers had a hit, and Jeannie Riley had 2 runs. It was a good win. We fought the entire time, and that's something that we've done. But it was nice to see that all that fighting paid off in the end, and we got over the hump and won. Now, Saturday game 2, we were tired of the theatrics, didn't want to leave it to chance. We won 11-0 in 5 innings.
Complete domination.
Complete domination. So how do we do that?
Carly Robinson was the star of the game, no question.
Why? Tell me why.
If you were there, she combined for the day. She had 2 homers, 3 hits, a walk, 7 RBIs, and 12 putouts. And so, you can't complain about that kind of performance. She had 2 home runs in the game. She had her first one in the first to put EKU up 3-0. And then in the second inning, she casually hits a grand slam, brings in 3 base runners. So not a shabby performance,
I think you'll take that. That puts her in strong contention for Player of the Week.
Has to.
Yeah, I mean, at least strong. Let's not give it to her yet. There's another game to talk about.
Absolutely.
Segue into that, we know who won't be winning Player of the Week, and in your opinion, that's the umpires, and our Sunday 4-3 loss to Stetson. So, you said some questionable calls didn't go our way. Would you care to elaborate on that?
I was watching the game, taking photos as I do, and we had about 2 questionable calls. The first one, the girl for Stetson ran most of the way to third, then backtracks to second, and they call her safe. And coach is like, whoa. She already made it 3/4 of the way there. She can't go back and be safe. And so she's getting all fired up. I'm like, look, coach's been around for 30-plus years. I think I trust her word a little bit more than I might the umps. But that's just me. So we don't get that call. We're kind of frustrated. Same inning. We get Stetson scores 2. Apparently, there might have been interference that they didn't call. I wasn't really sure. I trust Coach if she thinks it was interference. It was. But, the umps see what the umps see. They're going to call it the way they want to. And what was funny is Ariana Miranda turns around and she's like, it's wraps. Like, they're fired up at this point. So, they're down 3-0 at this point. They're angry at all these calls. So got to step up and make some plays. Sometimes umps don't go your way. You kind of wish they would have, but I'm not in charge.
Yeah, sounds like we got jobbed, but that's neither here nor there. I'm a homer. I can be a homer.
Yeah.
On
our home turf, didn't go our way.
We pay the umps well enough for them to just do their job.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that EKU pays the umps get a salary.
EKU does not pay the umps to
no,
call their way.
No. So just
to clarify.
But do your job. There's a thing as a home whistle, home field advantage, and the umps that didn't have that. So
yeah,
unfortunate. But we still fought, lost 4-3, especially being down 3-0 after 3.5 innings. Came back well. Carly Robinson had another great game. Had her third home. She had a home run in the 4th inning to put us on the board. That was her 3rd home run of the series. Pretty much wraps up who player of the week is with that homer. Isabella Gonzalez doubled in the 6th to score pinch runner Amanda Schoberg. Made it 3-2. Stetson hit another homer in the 7th to lead 4-2. We tried to make a comeback. We loaded the bases, scored on the wild pitch, but flied out to end the game. It was a tough way to end the weekend, but I think we're still happy with the outcome.
Absolutely. And, you could argue that we would have won had the calls gone our way, but, calls aren't always going to go our way. You can't sit and pout about that.
This is true.
You can't blame the refs. You got to just step up and keep playing as if nothing happened.
Yep.
And we tried to make a comeback at the end. It was really impressive how we were so close, but we just couldn't get over that hump. And, the team was pretty decent all weekend, just couldn't finish it out. But 2 wins out of 3 after kind of a slow start to the ASUN. As Zach Weston likes to say, we'll take that.
Yeah, producers are in my ear. They're telling me, and I think they're right. This is the first back-to-back win string in the season. So we'll definitely take that. That's another thing we'll take. So
moved up to 7 wins.
Yeah, I think it's a good momentum starter. And Saturday and Sunday we go to Jacksonville State. Hopefully we can replicate what the men just did. So we got a Saturday doubleheader at 2 and 4, and then we play Sunday at 2. They're 3rd in the West. 20-15 overall. Their batting average is 276. So tough challenge, but I think we've got a shot to make some noise. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think obviously Carly Robinson's gonna have to be huge. Sammy Miller's gonna have to be huge, but we also got to have Lauren Narvaez pitching well. In the Saturday game, she shut them out. They only had 2 hits, so she's been fairly consistent. She struggled a little bit on Sunday, but we had Caitlin Young come in. She did a great job. So I think combined with our hitting, we got to have at least 1 to 2 pitchers come in, give some solid performances there. But I think it's nice to have a couple more wins under our belt, having more momentum going forward. And I think that fire, that comeback energy is going to continue as we go on.
Yeah, so softball, expect to see them kind of start to slope up as the season gets into it. I think they're starting to find their groove. Beach volleyball, we had a tournament. Abby, just give me the great news. Tell me, what happened?
So we had 4 games this weekend. We went 2 and 2.
If you're not on the bandwagon, get on it.
Get on the bandwagon.
Take it.
Go to the bookstore, go online, find some T-shirts,
Yeah.
make some T-shirts. We're rolling on this train,
Seats,
and we're not hopping off.
Yeah, seats are going fast. They're going fast. Get on before we leave the station. Get on. Come on. All are welcome. We just want you to be as excited about beach volleyball as we are. So, Abby, give me the rundown. What happened this weekend?
So Friday kind of was a slow start. We lost 4-1 to Austin P. But as we've been saying, Austin P is a great program.
Yeah, they're good.
They've been established for several years. But we fought well. The only point came from Z. Fonville and Maddie Campbell. We had a couple close ones. Our number 3 pairing took it to 3, but they were just too strong on the other side. But we came back Friday night. It was senior night.
Resiliency.
We won 4-1.
We're fighters.
Absolutely. So we won 4-1 in the nightcap. Number 1 pairing won it 21-15, 21-15. Our number 2s kept it close, but pulled it out. The only point we lost came in the 3s, but that was in 3 sets. So great performance going into Saturday, playing Jacksonville State. Sorry, Jacksonville State listeners. You, in fact, lost to the Colonels 3-2. It was a thriller. It was close. It came down to the final match. Sarah Mitchell, Peyton Walker, they're just fierce competitors. They could be in a deficit and it wouldn't bother them at all because they just fight and fight for every point.
Yep.
They're fun to watch and they complement each other well because you could easily switch off. One could be at the net, one could be back, and there's no differential whether Walker's in front, Walker's in back. Like, it doesn't matter where you put them; they're going to do the same thing.
There's not a weak spot.
Exactly.
They're both. It's really interesting to watch them play because they're both just like solid. So you never see them really like have a big, oh man, they got there. Never. Every single point is a fight tooth and nail.
And our number 5 pairing kept it close. They went to 3 sets as well, but they lost the third, 15-12. They're fun to watch. You could see the fight in them. You could see them really trying to rally at the end. It's just Jacksonville State's pairing got a few shots to go that they wanted to go. We didn't get ours going, but it happens. We still came out with the win, so good job there. But we played North Alabama to end the weekend, lost 4-1. But North Alabama is another one of those teams like Austin Peay. They're just really competitive, really established in their program. And our only point scored was Mitchell and Walker in 3 sets. But we switched up some of the pairings in the last game. We moved Walker up to the number 4 with Sydney Shane. We moved Campbell and Fonville up to the 3 pairing. That was a pairing that I was really excited about. They won 3 of their 4 matches this weekend, and you can just see the energy on the court when they're together. They really complement each other well. Maddie's getting the blocks up front, and Z's just flying all over the back, getting those digs. So they were fun to watch. So overall, it was a good home tournament. Going 2-2 is
good home. Great.
Excellent. Superb.
Yes.
Going 2-2 is outstanding. We've won 5 of the last 7 games, and Coach Patton has his team going in the right direction. And I see more wins in the future.
I do. I think we've got good momentum heading into our last regular season tournament. I think we're going to we'll continue to be just fighting tooth and nail. I think we can make some posts. I don't think teams want to play us. We fight hard. We have all of the qualities of a good underdog. We're scrap. We might not have it all figured out yet, but dang it, we play hard. And I think that's something really admirable about this team. It'd be really easy to just, get down, especially with how the season started. It'd be really easy to just get down on yourselves. But no, they've kept fighting, and credit to them. It's been really, really fun to watch. And for the seniors that was great to come in, get a win. So I'm really happy for the beach volleyball team.
Now, if we had to pick a player of the week, pairing of the week, may say, who you got?
So I think. And this is more just because I like how they play. I think Sarah Mitchell and Peyton Walker, just for the tone that they set and just how hard they play. I think that gives our other pairs like confidence to put their work in, and I think the example they set, like the tone, I think that's really important.
And with beach volleyball, the higher pairings, they play last. So they're always in the position of either having to close out a win or battle to get us that win. So it's tough to always feel like the pressure's on you, but they embrace it.
Yep.
And they don't look like that pressure bothers them at all. Like they're super confident, never bothered by any pressure or knowing that the game's on their shoulders. So I would agree.
Yeah, it's really fun to watch. So, moving into men's golf to finish the women's beach volleyball, they're off into the Austin Peay tournament on the 15th and 16th. So we'll see how they do there, and we'll keep you guys updated. So for men's golf, has the tournament ended yet?
The tournament is done.
It ended. Okay, great.
It ended. My apologies to everyone. Got a little excited last time, but the tournament is finished.
Okay.
It has been finished for several days.
Okay, good.
We finished 11th.
So your prediction
My prediction was not correct.
Didn't hit. Okay.
We finished 21 over. Willis Gare led EKU with 5 over, tied for 32nd overall. South Alabama just wiped the floor with everybody. There was no coming back from that.
Yeah,
It's their home turf. What do you expect?
Yeah, and they played like it. They dominated, and we could just never really get anything going. It was unfortunate, we're off until April 11th and 12th, so I apologize. I will be making a prediction about that, and we'll just have to sit in agony as it finishes. But
we're just really excited about men's golf.
Yeah, I haven't tried my
really
hand at it
want
yet
to.
because the women actually I reverse jinxed my own jinx, and we'll see. Like we did really well, so I think I can do that with the men too, and maybe give us a little bit of success. So
all right,
we'll keep an eye on that. As they're moving into the postseason, just look for them to just keep figuring things out. So women, what happened, Abby?
Well, they were at the Georgia State Spring Invitational last Monday and Tuesday. We finished second. We finished one shot behind Xavier. It went down to the final round. Xavier had a final round of like 300, I want to say, and so that gave them the edge. Mm-hmm. But we finished with a total of 910. Ragenhilder had 54-hole total of 4 over. She tied for fourth. She shot rounds of 74, even par 72 and 74, so a strong performance from her.
Yeah, what I like to see is that we finished second, and our best golfer was fourth. So it was like the team got us there, and that's really important as we come into the postseason. Ragenhilder's going to give us her best every week, but it's good to see that the team around her is kind of starting to take shape and play some consistently good golf. So, we have our regular season finale. It's a home tournament, the Colonel Classic on Monday and Tuesday, April 4th and 5th. So hopefully we can dominate that as we should, being our home tournament, and I think we will. And it's just exciting to see where they go the rest of the way.
So if you're not busy today or tomorrow, head out to the University Club, catch some women's golf. Maybe Zach, seeing them in person, you can apologize for your jinx.
But
you've reversed the jinx.
Right, but I think I still might need to apologize.
Still might need to. Okay.
I think so. I think that'd be good, just like common courtesy. I think so.
Just in case.
Yeah,
but moving on to track and field, we had the Hilltop Relays on Friday and Saturday, but before that, Laura Taborda was named the ASUN Female Track Athlete of the Week after her record-breaking steeplechase at the Raleigh Relays. Her time's the fastest in the ASUN by 34 seconds, 6th fastest in the NCAA. So keep looking out for her as we go on. But at the Hilltop Relays, what happened, Zach?
So I want to add one more thing on Laura first. So she's 6th fastest in NCAA. She's closer to first time-wise than she is to 10th. Okay. So expect when she goes NCAAs, expect to see her be really competitive. I'm not gonna say it yet. I'd like to see her be consistently put this time up, but we might have like a national medal winner on our hands here with Laura. So that's really impressive. But at the relays, Quintasia Perry, Christian Scott, Ania Matthews, and Madison Fleming won the women's 4x1. Combined to run an ASUN leading time of 45.81. That's the fastest time in EKU history.
Fifth fastest.
Did I not say fifth?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Quite a difference.
Okay, Quintasia Perry also won the women's 100 with a time of 11.77. She's really coming into form here as of late. Fleming clocked in with a time of 14.36 in the 100-meter hurdles. That's third in the ASUN. Alicia Richo ran 57.43 in the 400. That's 8th in the ASUN. And Ashley Smith recorded a personal best pole vault of 10.6 in the 10.6, which is 10th in the ASUN.
Our women are killing it, but the men are right behind her. They've got some strong performances in the 100 meters. We had Bryce Favors Charleston. He just missed his personal best time with 10.78, 7th in the ASUN. And Bryson Steed was right behind him with 10.79, which is 8th in the ASUN. So there's really no drop-off between the men's and women's teams.
Mm-hmm. Well,
it's consistent on both sides.
Yeah, it's really good to see the men having some of our sprinters chip in a little bit. We'll be very competitive because we are the best distance program in the ASUN by a substantial margin. Yeah. We could sweep all of the distance events, and it wouldn't be surprising. I wouldn't say that's like the penciled in thing, but we could. So it's really good to see the men's the men's sprinters give some support. As I've been saying, our field events will come on as we move into the ACE and stuff. They're just taking a little bit. Sometimes it takes you a little while to get your field people dialed in. It's a weird transition, indoor to outdoor, because like wind and stuff, you wouldn't think it's important, but for like jumpers, that could take 2 inches on or off your jump. So getting them figured out will be good. But I think it's really impressive that for both teams we're pretty comprehensively successful from all sides. So I think that'll be really big as we look forward to like the ASUN championships and stuff.
Up next, we head out to Durham, North Carolina, Thursday and Saturday, April 7th and 9th, to the Duke Invitational. So another strong performance expected there. It'll be exciting to see if the sprinters continue this momentum, if the distance runners get in there a little bit. So excited for that. But we've got our predictions. We've got prediction correspondent Derek here with us, and he'll tell us how it's going.
Yes, coming into this week, Abby was 6-7, and she had beach volleyball earning 2 wins, which they in fact did. Charlie Ludwick.
Yes, sir.
Charlie Ludwick was going to hit a home run against Jacksonville State. He did.
Thank you, Charlie.
But men's golf did not place in the top 3, unfortunately, so she ends this week at 8-8, doing pretty good.
Pretty solid.
Zach came into the week at 3-11 and said women's golf would get a top 4 placement, and they did. They got second. And he said Will Bryan would have 2 saves, which unfortunately he did not. So Zach moves to 4-12.
He didn't even get the ball more than twice. It's so unfortunate. We picked literally the worst week to play our best at baseball, so I don't even know how to feel. We're up to 4-12. We're getting a little bit better. I'm actually getting some right. Abby will cool off eventually.
Like baseball. I'm never coming down.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. You're not Charlie Ludwick. You'll come off. So it's unfortunate, yes, as time's running out and I'm not really getting any closer. But we'll keep the faith. All the Zach fans at home. We're trying and we're gonna get there. Okay, so Abby, what predictions are you going with this week?
I'm taking a page out of your book. Women's golf's going to get top 4.
At the home course?
At the home course.
You're saying top 4 at the home course? That's embarrassing.
Absolutely.
That's embarrassing.
I have faith in our team.
Oh, of course. They're on the home course. That's, wow.
It's okay.
Disgraceful.
Yeah.
What's your other?
My other one, Carly Robinson's going to get at least 3 RBIs.
Okay, thank you. That's good. That's good. I feel like you might have. So did anyone help you get to that pick? Did anyone help you come to that conclusion?
Our predictions correspondent has always been helpful. He's been pulling his weight here. I appreciate Derek. He gave me a little bit of
Not only is she going to get 3 RBIs, she's hitting a home run this week.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, so Derek's getting in on this now.
Write it down. He could.
I mean, she hit 3 on the weekend. You can't tell me she's not hitting another one.
All right. Well,
wow.
Derek's getting in on the action too. We got to get Director Ryan back. He's 0-1.
0-1.
He's got to even this up.
So good for our sound director doesn't get enough shine. So, it's good that you
Thank you,
got
Derek,
on.
for the help.
Yeah, and hopefully, I want that to do well. So for me this week, I think Kendall Ewell is going to get on base in every game this weekend. I've been waiting to do it, but he's 6 foot. Even if he comes way down, he'll get on base. So that feels good. And men's golf, we had Abby send them a schedule after how hard it is to get their stuff on the podcast, and they didn't listen. So they're doing the same thing, but I'm gonna say they'll get into the top 8. I think they will.
All right.
That'd be a good kind of springboard, but that's what I've got.
Of course, we won't find out till not next week, but the week after.
Yeah, so that's something I've popped in the oven and just wait. I'll throw in another one, so we're just gonna let that sit. I'll say we go 3-1 on the weekend baseball. Then I think we go 3-1.
Okay.
So there we go.
All right. Well, baseball goes 3-1 for the week.
Yep.
Ewell gets on base every time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then we'll save men's golf. Sounds good.
Yep.
Well, check out easternprogress.com for daily content updates. As always, Follow Sports EP on Twitter. We're shooting for 650 in the follower count. Got 602 right now.
Wow.
We're making our way, doing great things. Appreciate all the love. But we've also got a new print edition of The Progress coming out this week. It'll be available on newsstands across campus. This edition is going to preview Scholars Week and our First Amendment Week. That's sponsored by the Society of Professional Journalists and the Eastern Progress, along with the Department of Government. So
Good department.
So we've got some good content coming out. We've got a lot of upcoming events, so be sure to check out that edition of the paper. And I look forward to seeing some cool events this coming 2 weeks. Got anything else, Zach?
Yeah, exercise your First Amendment right this week and, just write some good reviews on the pod, Share it. Let's get the follower count up. Let's do it. So that's how you guys can use your First Amendment right this week. So outside of that, thank you guys for listening, and we'll catch you next week.
Thank you.